Hey, this is Mike Gingerich, and it's time for another Live with Mike. So, coming at you today to talk about two things. Number one, we're going to talk about a business tip, and the second thing we're going to talk about is Instagram's algorithm for businesses, demystifying that because they made they've come forward with exactly what it is, and so we want to talk about that. All right, so again, a little background on the Live with Mike. It's always about giving you something practical, something doable to keep you on the leading edge with your digital marketing, your online marketing, your website, your social media marketing for businesses, as well as your business. So with that, let's dive into the first tip, just taking a look at it from a business perspective. So one of the things that I see again and again and again is the fact that businesses fail to execute because they wait for perfection, or they wait for what they hope will be getting it 100% done, and they don't want to go live with something early. They don't want to launch something early, and then they miss opportunities because they delay, and things happen. And I've seen this just happen a tremendous amount, and particularly in our arena, one area where this comes into play is with, and let's see here, I just need to double check. I want to make sure everybody's got my volume right. Okay, so if you don't hear me, please let me know. Okay, I believe I got everything set up good to go. So back to my topic there, and that is that what I see too often is businesses that wait too long to go live with their new website because they're trying to finish this content, they're trying to finish that content, and literally months, in some cases a year can go by, and they have not gone live because they're trying to get to something, and they think they're, we just got these few things. Okay, those few things are preventing you from a lot of good things, is what's happening. What we see over and over again is that, on the website side, it's not uncommon for somebody to leave up a crappy old website because they just cannot get to the final 3 pages of new content that they want on the new website, which is mobile responsive, tablet responsive, and works tremendously better across all platforms and for all users. And so hopefully you can see the bad thinking process behind that to have something at 85% done and not go live with it when it's already better than what you previously have live is a problem. And I think it's a problem in many cases with businesses, is that with new initiatives, with sales initiatives, marketing initiatives, new product lines, that type of thing, we typically want to wait too long, and we need to launch, we need to try, we need to dive in, we need to dig in, we need to get it going. And we can always pivot, we can always adjust, we can always tweak, we can always add on. But if we never go live, we never know how something has the potential to be received in the marketplace. And so don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck. If you have something that is 85% done, take a look at it again. Have somebody else take a look at it and say, is anything glaring missing? Most often they're going to say no, outside perspective. Then push it, launch it, release it, sell it, that type of thing. Just get it going. Don't delay. There's the speed of change has increased, and so with web, the things that change all the time. So, but that's just the speed of business across the board. I mean, the way we have to interact in your business today is much more fluid, and with speed, you have to make decisions. And so to delay something from going live is to delay those decisions, which puts you behind competition, puts you behind a lot of things. So the business tip for today is push it. Don't wait for perfection. Publish it. Get it going. Launch it. Get it out there and get some feedback, okay? So that's the business tip. Now I want to move into the Instagram update today and talk you through that piece, because in late May, Instagram invited some journalists and reporters into their office to discuss and get a look at with their product team Instagram's algorithm. And this is a thing that's been subject to all kinds of speculation. What is their algorithm? They haven't really mentioned a lot of things with it. It used to be kind of like reverse chronological, and then they moved to an algorithm. What did that? What impacted that? So this impacts what an Instagram user sees in their newsfeed. So when you're scrolling Instagram newsfeed, you're not just seeing the latest posts, and you're not just seeing all the posts. Instagram has an algorithm, and it helps determine what you're going to see. And the reason that is because the amount of content, the volume, what you could see on Instagram has increased dramatically, and so they're trying to determine what's going to be most important for you to see, because their goal is that you're spending time there, that you like what you see, that you engage with what you see, and so they have a concern, a goal to give you relevant content. And so they have an algorithm, and this is the first time that we've kind of been invited in to see what that algorithm involves. And there's a few things that are key here. So I'm kind of looking at my device here and going through some of the details there. There are three main factors to determine what you see in your Instagram feed. And the first one is interest. Okay, so Instagram wants to show you things that they think you're going to have interest in, and they do that by taking a look at what you have interacted with in the past. So things that you have liked, things that you have commented on, from certain topical areas, from certain hashtags, and from things that you have followed, are going to be, so the more you have interacted with a Instagram account, commented on that businesses or users posts, that's a indicator, a trigger to Instagram that you have interest in them, and they should show you more of that user counts information in the future. So interest is a key one there. Recency or timeliness is the second one then, and that is how recently the post was shared. So again, you may have liked somebody's post and you engage with them a lot, but then you were off of Instagram for 3 days, okay, and you were traveling. So when you come back on, they're going to show you more of the most recent posts from that user, not ones that are 3 days old and that type of thing. So there is a timeliness factor. They're going to try to show you more recent posts for those that you are interested in. Okay, so that was number 2. And then 3 is relationship. How close you are to the person who shared it. Higher ranking for people you've interacted with a lot in the past. So that's kind of taking a look at your interest there as well. But so the interest piece, kind of going back to that, is a lot of it. It's all like machine learning. So Instagram's kind of running, the algorithms processes to analyze a Instagram user's account activity, and then making decisions based on that, of the sum total of 1,000 posts in the Instagram feed you could see, which ones should you see and in what order, that type of thing. So it was interest, recency or timeliness, and relationships, such as those you have commented on, things that you're tagged in, those types of pieces. And those are the 3 core factors. Now beyond those, there were a number other of things that influence ranking, and we want to talk a little bit about those. So frequency, how often you open Instagram, as it will try to show you the best post since your last visit. Okay, best post since your last visit, so that's a factor. Following, if you follow a lot of people, Instagram will be picking from a wider breadth of authors, so you might see less of any specific person. So I think that makes sense. If you're following 200 people, or if you're following 1,000 people, that those are different amounts of information that you could see, so they're going to show you different pieces in there. All right, and following, I just went over that one. So Instagram myth busting then. So these are myths that need to be busted about Instagram. Instagram is not at this time considering an option to switch back or allow you to see the old reverse chronological feed. So they're always going to use an algorithm. They think that's important. Number 2, a myth that we need to bust is that Instagram does not hide posts in the feed. Okay, they do not hide posts. You're going to see, you can see everything that's posted by everyone you follow if you keep scrolling, if you keep on going, and go through those pieces. This is interesting that the feed ranking does not favor video over photos. Okay, format universally. So it doesn't just have a weight and saying, oh, we like videos better, which is kind of what we see with Facebook. But it's the same type of scenario in reality, that you might see more videos if you've commented on more videos in the past, because that's that signal again of what you've interacted with that shows them what's important there. So that's a piece to take a look at as well. Now, what does all this mean for you? It means that for your business, quality content still rules. So you have to think about the types of posts. Quality content means posts that your audience engages with. That's going to be important stuff. So that's the simple bottom line, is that there's not a tremendous amount you need to be worried about. Frequency doesn't matter. You can post as frequently as you want. There's not a penalty for overposting or anything like that. But it's about, did people like that? Did they comment on it? Did they, want to save that to collection? Those types of pieces, all these triggers are indicating that. Now, you can, obviously from any profile, you can tell, how many times, something was liked, commented on. The business profile, moving to a business profile, gives you more deeper stats into that. It gives you the opportunity to boost or promote a post. And again, so I do recommend, from a business perspective, you're using Pinterest, Instagram for business, that you move your Instagram account to a business profile, because it gives you more statistics to take a look at, and the option to promote a post. And again, if something was valuable and you got, it went wild, so that, whatever that is for you, maybe it's, 100 likes and 20 comments. And so that one's going wild for you. So you might want to then promote that one. That one was liked by a number of people, so it's a good chance it's going to be liked by more people. And that's engagement that happens there. So you want to take a look at that from an Instagram perspective. So that's what I want to cover today, is to take a look at, this is new information just because we didn't know for certain what some of these key things were that Instagram used in their algorithm. And they let a team of reporters, journalists in, who outlined these pieces and gave us that detail. So now that we know, and not a huge difference from what we learned in Facebook's algorithm. So what people see is going to be, again, based on a number of factors, but primarily on that number one, that interest and interaction. So what they have engaged with in the past. So for you sharing things, your goal is to get people to interact with things. Okay. A key point to note is that the stories is separate from this. So stories does not impact the algorithm for the news feed in Instagram. So if somebody engages with your story, that doesn't mean they're going to see more of your posts in the feed at this point in time. So that's a key differentiator. Again, coming back to it from a business perspective, quality content, useful content that engages, so that you're open-ended questions, things that invite people to respond, give it an emoji to you. Those types of things are going to be important for your business on Instagram. So it just felt like, with the growth of Instagram, the amount of time people are spending on Instagram, that it was important to just stop, take a look at that. So hopefully those two things today, the business tip and the Instagram algorithm demystified, are insightful and useful for your business. So with that, I'm going to let you go. This was Mike Gingerich with another Live with Mike, always Tuesdays, 12 noon. Thanks for being with me. Take care.